So, hello. By the way, I record this video in midnight, so I can talk loudly. I'm sorry. And in this video, there's a two sessions. The first, I want to describe myself, and the second, I want to share my memorable moment in my life. So, the first session, I want to describe myself. So, hello, my name is Mohammad Nashrullah, and you can call me Nasrul. I was born in Kudus, 18 July 2000, and I used to live in Bekasi City with my parents, but now, as you can see, I live in boarding house in Semarang to continue my study, and I have one older brother and one older sister, and I have both of my parents. So the oldest is my sister. She is 7 years older than me, and she is graduated from one of the best university in Indonesia in Yogyakarta, and she now works in one of private companies in West Java. And now my brother is 2 years older than me, and he is now studying at 11 Maret University in Solo. He is majoring in mechanical engineering, and he is now in 5th semester. And I'm the youngest brother. I study informatics engineering in UNES. And what is informatics engineering? So, informatics engineering is, in general, informatics engineering is study about computers, about programming, and about websites, and so on. So why did I choose informatics engineering? So the main reason is I want to learn more about computers, about programming, and the other reason is because I already have a basis of programming, because I graduated from vocational high school majoring in software engineering. So that's why I want to continue my study in programming, and I want to learn more about computers and programming. The others, the other reason is because in the future, I think technology is very important. So I want to become programmer, and I want to become a man who contribute in the future. So the next is hobby. Actually, my hobby is sleeping, but I know sleeping is not a hobby. So I change my hobby. Okay, let me think. Okay, I think my hobbies is playing games and watching movies. Why? Because I think programmers is very stressful work, right? Very stressful job. So after talking to computers for so long, I mean coding, playing games, and watching movies, I think is a good choice to let go of stress. So that's why I like to play games and watching movies. And I think that is for my first session. So in the session two, I want to share my memorable moments. Actually, it's a horror moments. So it is the only one. No, it's the only horror story I've ever experienced, and I hope it is the last one. So, I was in junior high school at that time, and it was around 10 o'clock in the evening. At the moment, I and my brother was watching TV, and then because I'm hungry, I and my brother decide to make a cup of noodles, instant noodles. So then after we make noodles, we back to where we watch TV. Oh yeah, at the moment my parents was asleep and only two of us had no sleep. So we returned to the place where we watch TV, and when I just sat down, I caught a glimpse of a tall woman with long black hair and a white shirt. She's a very tall, maybe about 3 meters. The woman was opening the door and trying to get out of my house, but she's floating. I was scared. I thought it was my mother. I tried to think positively. I I was think it was my mother, but I just realized at the moment I just realized my parents is asleep, and then we see. I keep trying to think positively because the woman I saw is really looks like a ghost. I keep thinking it was my mother, but I keep thinking it was a ghost. I don't know. It was a late night, right? For a junior high school, I think it was late. So maybe I was just sleepy. It's I think it's my imagination. So in that night, only I saw the girl, saw the woman. I mean, my brother didn't see. I was freaked out. At that moment, I was freaked out. The noodles is even I can touch because I was very scared at that moment. But until now, I still curious. I was still curious until now. Is the woman I saw that night really a ghost or just my imagination? I don't know. But I hope it's just my imagination because I don't want to see a ghost in my life. I don't know. It was freaked out. It was really, really scared. So I think that is my story. Maybe I'm not too scared if I tell you like this. But at that moment when I was kid, I think it's very scared because yeah, I'm still kids, right? So I think just I think that's it for my videos. Thank you for watching. I'm Nasrul. See you. Good night.